Overrated! Get him! I will do a video talking about why I can't stand Starlight, and why I don't like Starlight, and why I think she's overrated. I will address that. Holy shit! Wait a minute. Did I end up running all the way from Baltimore, Maryland to here? Wow, I seriously run 13 hours all the way from Maryland to here. Huh. Oh. Hello everybody on YouTube. I'm Xaldin Wolfgang, also known as the Midget Master Hunter, known as the Master of all Spellcasters. One quick second. Okay. Alright then. Alright, so after that little performance you just saw, well, I'm going to make a quick disclaimer. For those who happen to like Starlight Glimmer, or love Starlight Glimmer, and also can't take criticism, I suggest leave the video right now, because what I have to say is not really, well, let's just say I'm going to tear Starlight a new one. But for those who are willing to hear me out, and willing to stay, and be able to take criticism, then that's good. Okay. What do we know about Starlight Glimmer? Well, other than she was a former villain, and of course, she had been able to take other ponies' special talents and ran a communism cult. Sound familiar in any way? It sounds oddly familiar, actually. Let's see, a character who happened to have the special ability or talent to be able to take other people's talents away, and ran a communism cult. But the other thing we know about her is she happens to have her own talent, and be a little bit hypocritical. Sound also familiar? Yes, she's a ripoff of Amon from Avatar: The Legend of Korra. Now, one of the reasons why I hate Starlight Glimmer is because she's a ripoff of multiple characters. One of them, who I redeem third and second best pony, of course. Now, the thing about Starlight and Amon is Amon has a better backstory than Starlight. I'm going to clarify that. She actually has a better... Anyway, she doesn't have a strong enough backstory. Amon does. Now, for those who don't know anything about the Avatar: The Legend of Korra series, let me tell you something. Now, I'm going to give you a quick spoiler warning for those who haven't seen The Legend of Korra. The Legend of Korra. So, for those who haven't seen it, spoiler alert on Amon's backstory. Now, Amon happened to be the son of a crazy psychopathic father who happened to be a bloodbender, who was also a criminal. But of course, Aang, older version Aang, took away his bending abilities. So after changing his identity with plastic surgery, and also finding a woman in his other tribe, fell in love, had kids, 2 kids to be exact, 2 sons. One of them was Amon, who is real named Noatak. But of course, the father secretly took out his sons and take them to a far distance so he can train them how to bloodbend, basically practicing with animals. But of course, one of the sons didn't really want to be a bloodbender. But of course, the father was being so mean and psychotic to his actual son. Then after that, Noatak didn't actually like that. So after that, he ended up bloodbending his father, and after that, ran off. And of course, ended up becoming the Mon who he is now. And, of course, end up taking other people's talents, as in their bending. Starlight did something similar. She ran a communism cult, she took away ponies' cutie marks, and said that cutie marks were bad, and after that said all ponies had to be equal. Same goes for Amon. End up taking certain benders away, certain benders bending away, and after that saying we had to be something like equality or something like that. Yeah. Now do you see my somewhat issue? Oh, but that's not even the worst part. The worst part is her backstory. My God, the backstory was bad. I mean, her revenge plot was not so bad. I'll give the writers this one. But her backstory was the worst thing. In her backstory, she happened to have a friend named Sunburst. But of course, Sunburst happened to be talented with magic. He didn't have a cutie mark, and she didn't have her cutie mark either. After that, when books were about to tumble right on top of her, Sunburst ended up saving her by using his magic to levitate the books and end up getting his cutie mark. And then, after that, walked out, everyone praised him and cheered him on, and after that, sent him to Princess Celestia School for Gifted Unicorns. And then after that, Starlight became who she is now. Okay then. Oh boy, where do I begin with the issues here of what she could do? Oh, I don't know. Why didn't you just send him a letter? Message him. Find out where he lived. Go to him. You didn't have to freaking come out of nowhere and freaking ran a communism cult by taking other ponies' talents away, and after that replace them with question mark, cutie mark, saying, oh, we have to be all equality. You know something? You're actually a hypocrite. And of course, this backstory sounds way too familiar. It sounds really, really familiar. A pony who happened to be good friends with another pony, whose specialty was magic, and talented with magic, and then left. Sound familiar? That's right. Her character is also somewhat a ripoff of Moondancer, who I redeem second best pony. Now, my issue is that the backstory is way too similar, and yet people give her this praise and also do so much fan art, give her so much attention, but yet Moondancer, on the other hand, she gets only a little... I mean, yes, she has got a lot of attention too, I will be honest there, but at the same time, Moondancer doesn't get a new main cast member, but Starlight does. Because all she got was 2 episodes, a random appearance in the background, and 1 musical number. Now, before you're all going to say, oh, she technically had 4 episodes because it's a 2-parter. No. 2-parters are not technically 2 episodes. 2-parters are actually 1 episode. Believe it or not, I consider them 1 episode because the fact of the matter is 2-parters have to be 1 episode because they're the same exact episode, same exact plot, except the only difference is the writers can't fit in the 22-minute runtime. And of course, they're not technically a 30-minute special or an hour-long special. So in a way, technically, Starlight only had 2 episodes and a random appearance in the backgrounds and 1 musical number. And that's it. She's automatically handed a new main cast member. You know the difference between Moondancer and Starlight? The difference between Moondancer and Starlight Glimmer is the fact that we can actually give Moondancer our sympathy. How, you may ask? You're all probably wondering. Okay. The thing about Moondancer is, Moondancer had a backstory, as I just said. She happened to love Twilight, she probably happened to look up to Twilight, and she was best friends with Twilight. Moondancer, as Minuet stated, was a little bit shy, and she was finally coming out of her shell when she finally threw a party. But the problem was, Twilight didn't show. She never showed up, she never said goodbye, and she left, and became royalty. The thing about Moondancer and Twilight's relationship, Moondancer felt more hurt than Starlight. And the difference between Moondancer and Starlight, at least she didn't run a communism cult. She put herself in solitude is because the fact of the matter is, as she stated, she never wanted to be hurt like that again. The other difference is that unlike Sunburst and Twilight, Twilight never showed up for the party. She never showed her face. She also didn't say goodbye, forgot about her friends, and became royalty. Sunburst, true, he never said goodbye, but at least he was actually somewhat there. And he actually saved Starlight from books falling on top of her. And also, the difference between that is, think about this. What if Sunburst's parents forced him to go to a Celestia school for gifted unicorns? What if Sunburst forced him to go? That he didn't want to go, but the parents end up making him. Or maybe he wanted to enhance his powers and abilities. It's common sense, really. Some artists want to make their artistic abilities and talents better by going to art school. Or maybe some families and parents have to be so strict or such control freaks they make their kids do things they don't want to do. Did you ever think about Starlight? And what if Sunburst wanted this? What if he wanted to go to Celestia School for gifted unicorns? Because the thing that is, Starlight, this isn't about you, okay? It wasn't about you. I may go... Hey, you might gonna probably say, but what about Moondancer? It's not all about Moondancer. The thing about Moondancer is, Moondancer threw a party for her friends. She finally wanted to come out of her shell. She finally thought, maybe I shouldn't be so shy with my friends anymore. Maybe it's time that I finally come out of my shell and make more friends. And she finally threw a party. After that, her friend, her best friend, never showed up, never said goodbye, became royalty, and ended up frickin' forgetting about her friends. That's a character you can give more sympathy to. What did Starlight go through? Probably nothing but her friend leaving. And she could have somehow done the same thing. Message him. I know you're probably going to pull out the, why didn't Moondancer do the same thing? The thing that is, Moondancer felt hurt. And of course, not to mention, as she stated, she never wanted to be hurt like that again. It's very common for people to actually go through these kind of things. When someone goes through something very tragic or very, very scarring or bad, basically bad moments, they feel like they don't want to go through that again. They are afraid of going through that again. For example, car accidents. After when someone goes through a car accident, then after that, they're going to probably be afraid of going into a car or driving with a car. That is what some people go through. Or same with flying on a plane, going on a bus, etc. Moondancer was afraid of making new friends because she was afraid of her friends leaving her. And Starlight, on the other hand, all she did was blame cutie marks. So, let me get this straight. You're blaming a cutie mark. Something that just pops out of your ass. Well, actually, not out of your ass, but right on top of your ass. And you're blaming the cutie mark. I mean, Sunburst can't control that. He can't control when his special talent comes. He can't control that. It just happened to come. And he felt so happy about it. And yet you couldn't feel happy for him. So yeah, Moondancer, not only she's a ripoff of Moondancer, but she's a ripoff of another character I'm about to talk about. So after when she becomes a new main cast member, she feels like ponies are automatically on her ass, even though they never heard about what she's done. But yet some ponies actually act like they hold a grudge against her. Even though, again, back to they don't know what she did other than the main six. Other than the main six and Spike, nobody knew what she's done. But she acts like that. Sounds like another character who actually went through something similar, did something bad, and now gets hated on it. Sound familiar? Now what Starlight did was, was completely bad. I mean, at least Sunset Shimmer, all she did was try to become a prom queen. True, she became a she-demon, and after that tried to take over the school and try to make an army of teenagers to take over Equestria. I'll admit that was bad. I'll admit that. But the only difference between Starlight and Sunset Shimmer is the fact that Starlight destroyed the Equestria, and she didn't give two shits about it. She knew what she was doing was terrible, even though Twilight even showed it right in front of her. That freaking, if she keeps this up, then Equestria would be dead. It'd be nothing but dirt and ashes. Yeah, dirt and ashes. And yet she doesn't care. Now do you see more reasons why I don't like Starlight? And yet every pony forgave her. I mean, oh sure, when Discord and... I mean, this is my main issue with some villains. They're automatically jumping to the fact that after all the shit they've done, I mean, they haven't even shown they earned it. Starlight needs to show that she's earned it. But after one musical number, she's automatically a new main cast member. And of course, in one of my most hated episodes, No Second Prances. Not only it made my favorite pony and best pony unlikable, but it also made Starlight and third best pony. Hang on, actually. Probably fourth best pony, nothing more than a plot device. Yes, they made the great and powerful Trixie nothing more than a plot device, and same goes for frickin' Starlight. Because that's all she's useful for. Plot devices. And she doesn't even contribute nothing to the plot, other than forwarding the plot with a conflict. Like in No Second Prances. And in Spice Up Your Life, all she did was brought back the map, and you might as well get your hand ready to wave goodbye to Starlight, because that's all the appearance she made. She doesn't do nothing for the plot. She has no character whatsoever to contribute to any plot. The writers can't even come up with any character development for her. I mean, the only time that she actually was good was back at the Christmas special. Back at the Christmas special that had Starlight appear in it, that was only a good episode with Starlight in it. Every other Starlight episode sucks. And of course, in recent episodes I looked up on, it sounds like a rehash of No Second Prances. But I'll have to wait till my reaction to the episode itself. And boy, I'm not looking forward to it, actually, to be honest with you all. I mean, Starlight is just so, well, maybe not bland, but okay, maybe around bland, but she has not much character that the writers can't even come up with any story for her or do anything in the plot. You know, when freaking Twilight actually, who shoehorned it back in season 1, at least she actually somewhat contributed somewhat to the plot, other than forcing the conflict. What does Starlight do other than in the Christmas special or bring back the cutie map? Nothing. She's done nothing. I mean, and yet so many fan art and shipping with her, other than Sunburst. I mean, the Sunburst Starlight thing actually does seem to work, but yet you ship her with Twilight, Trixie. Okay, well, Trixie does have chemistry with Starlight. I'll give the writers this one and everyone this one. But with Twilight, they have not much interaction nor chemistry. I mean, man, I'm sorry, I'm just sounding so angry that I can't think straight. Look, I don't like Starlight for these reasons. She doesn't contribute much, and even if she was shoehorned in, so far she hasn't contributed nothing. The one character definitely deserves to be the new member of the main six was definitely Sunset Shimmer. She had to take 3 movies to develop her character. 3 movies to develop her character and finally complete the arc. The writers had one simple thing to do. Make a good backstory for Starlight. Okay, I will admit, I could probably live with the whole her being a Mon ripoff. I mean, who hasn't ripped off another character before? It's been done before. But however, one of my main issues is her backstory. You couldn't come up with a better backstory for her character. I mean, honestly, you couldn't come up with anything, nothing, than just seeing her friend leave. Nothing? That's it? That's all. I mean, you didn't have to copy and rehash one of Larson's best characters, best work, and most beautiful episodes, and one of my favorite episodes of all time, characters and such. You didn't have to rip that off. You could have come up with something else. You could have thought of something else as well. But no. No. They just had to rehash another character. And yet people put her in so many artwork with both Moondancer, Trixie, Sunset Shimmer, Twilight, and Luna. And every time I look at my DeviantArt, when I look for Twilight and Moondancer related stuff, what I mostly find is Starlight. Will there be a chance for me to like Starlight? Well, I will be honest with you all. Maybe. I'm not saying yes, but I'm not saying no. There's a maybe. That Starlight, I could tolerate or like Starlight. Now, I'm going to make something clear with you all. I'm not trying to get you all to hate Starlight. I'm not trying to get you all to dislike Starlight. I just want to state my opinions of why I don't like Starlight, why I think she's overrated. I just want to state my opinions. Alright? So next time you all see me dislike Starlight, every time she makes an appearance in an episode, or in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bronies videos, or anybody's videos, you're gonna probably know why I cringe and act like I'm not really happy seeing her. Because of so many reasons. And of course, I will be talking about the episode No Second Prances. Hell, believe it or not, I'm gonna put it on my top 5 most hated MLP episodes of all time. On both my DeviantArt page and maybe in a near video in the near future. But definitely my DeviantArt, of course. Yes, No Second Prances will be on my top 5 hated list. Because I hate the episode that much. I thought I liked it, but for some reason, deep down inside, I hated the episode. After watching it almost 7 times, I swear, around 7 times, I still couldn't find out why I still don't like it. But after freaking thinking extremely hard about it, I figured out why I hate it. Which I will talk about it when I review it and when I add it to my top 5 hated list on my DeviantArt. I will be doing a top 10 of my hated episodes of MLP. I did my top 10 favorite episodes of all time, but I'm definitely going to do my top 10 hated episodes. Why I'm not doing it right now? Well, it's because of the fact that I want to wait till Season 6 is done. I want to wait till Season 6 of MLP is done to see if there's any more episodes I hate on that season to put on the list. Because I'm going to tell you all this, Season 6 is not really my season so far. I'm actually not really hyped on this season. I was glad that Trixie finally came back, but it felt like a letdown. However, we'll just have to wait till more episodes come out. Because like I said, Season 6 is not really my season. Okay. Now, I'm gonna tell you all this. If you like Starlight Glimmer, I'll be okay with that. That's fine. If you like Starlight, okay, again, that's fine. But however, I'm gonna hate Starlight. I'm gonna dislike Starlight. There might be a chance I might like Starlight. And there might not be a chance. Because, like in Mysterious Mr. Enters' Cutie Remark review, I know he hasn't reviewed any MLP episodes, but if you check out his DeviantArt, on all of his reviews of Season 5, you would see that he made a pretty good point. What if Starlight Glimmer is lying to every pony? What if she's lying? Because we don't know that. She could be secretly plotting to get every pony and coming out of nowhere and being a villain again. So we better all keep our guard up. But if you all like Starlight for your own personal reasons, that's fine. I'm going to dislike Starlight for my own personal reasons. I'm going to hate Starlight for my own personal reasons. But if you all like Starlight, that's fine. I'm not trying to get you all to hate Starlight. I'm not. Really, I'm not. And I'm not trying to get you to dislike Starlight either. I'm not as well. I just want to state out my opinions of why I don't like Starlight. And for those who are going to keep watching my videos, or who is subscribed to my channel, and why I cringe or look upset of why I see Starlight, that's my reasons. Because she's a ripoff of, well, the Amon thing, I'm not really too mad about that part. But I don't like the fact that she's a ripoff of two of my favorite characters. Well, yeah, two of my favorite characters of all time. Well, I mean, Twilight's definitely my number one. But both for second best and third best pony. I don't have a plushie Sunset Shimmer. I just had to use my hat because it has her cutie mark on it. So I just had to use that for an example. But anyway, she's been a ripoff of second best pony and third best pony. So yeah. Again, you like Starlight? Fine. I don't like Starlight. So, for those who were watching the video, for those who were willing to stay, thank you for watching the video. And I will say I'm sorry for ripping your favorite character a new one, if you happen to love Starlight. I'm sorry. But I'm just stating my opinions of why I don't like Starlight. Again, these are my opinions, and I'm not trying to force my opinions upon you. But thank you all for watching, and I'm sorry for sounding angry in the video, but I kind of had to let that out of my system. So thank you all for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr, and I will see you all in my next video. See ya.